What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Garden State Hip Hop Hour. Tonight, I got two guests with me. I got Devanté.
What's going on?
And Gianni. Well, you guys can explain who. I know Devanté as an artist. I've been tuning in with you for over about a year now. Damn, what was that project? They had like a city on the cover. It dropped last September.
Last September, that was Bravado.
Okay, that's the one I got into.
That was actually our first project together.
Oh, that's fire. You see, I can't necessarily remember the name, but I remember when it dropped, which is crazy.
Exactly. I was about to say, remember the month and all that. My man.
And then, so Gianni is your producer, your main producer?
That's my right-hand man. I don't know what else. That's my right-hand man, my genius, my backbone. That's everything right there. That's why I sound the way
Best on earth.
Yeah, I gotta rep Russ.
That ain't cap. The cap is not cap.
Inspirations.
Nah, that's just hard. You want to give like a little bit of background to yourself, Devanté, and then Gianni, for anybody who may not know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, for me, I'm just a small kid from. I'm gonna get a little closer so that
Too.
But
I know, unfortunately, I didn't know you. Like I said, I know you're pulling him up.
Nah, it's all good, bro. Like I said, it's all love. We both here now. I appreciate you for even taking this time out your day to fuck with the kids. You know what I mean? But I'm just a little kid from the 095 Woodbridge, New Jersey, man. I don't really do too much bragging, but I just feel like I deserve to be a little higher than where I'm at right now. So I'm just doing everything crazy to get where I need to be. You feel what I'm saying? And this right here is what's gonna lead me there. G, tell them a little bit about yourself, brother. I'm gonna sip on this one time.
All right, I'm from Monroe, New Jersey, but I grew up in Florida, South Florida, for a long time. I guess my formative years were in Jersey. I spent a lot of time here, high school and college, and I got into instruments when I was young, and then got into producing by the time I was like 16, 17, and by the time I was 18, 19, I just started recording and mixing, and I met him when I was like probably 18. I met him at a studio it's down by the shores at Firehouse Studios.
Yeah.
And I met him, and we ended up, Joe Lavish, we ended up making a song there, and we just, it clicked. We had a good vibe going, so from there we were like, we can't give up.
Yeah, I never had met someone that, was like me, in a sense. You know what I mean? He was at the studio. I didn't really know who he was, but he was quiet. He was on his laptop. He was working. He was taking photos. He was, you know what I mean? That's usually how I move when I go to the studio. People don't really know. I don't really talk too much to a lot of people because, I don't know how people's energy be, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
So I just try to play the cool. I try to read the room first, and that's exactly what he did, and that just drew me to him. I was like, he on this.
That's hard. And you said Woodbridge. There's not a lot of artists I know from Woodbridge, right?
Nah, it ain't really too much of nothing going on, bro. Honestly, it's just a bunch of people that's either retired, about to retire, or just trying to grind, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's a bunch of just knuckleheads. Bunch of knuckleheads, as far as, you know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned.
Hey, you just dropped another project, right?
We did. We just dropped our second little EP together. That was called Tay Talk. That just came out the 22nd of July. So if y'all want, man, go run that up, man. That thing going crazy right now. It's at 20,000 altogether on all platforms. You feel me? Nothing crazy, but something light tab.
Yeah, that was the first thing we recorded, mixed, and produced in-house. So all the beats was me, except for one beat, 2020 Bonnie and Clyde was a Joe Lavish beat. Yeah. But all the other beats, my beats, and we recorded it at our studio. We mixed it in our studio. So it was the first time we didn't outsource. It was the first time we didn't reach out and pay people to do it. We just said, fuck it, we're gonna do it ourselves.
All us.
So we did.
And where'd you guys record it at? You said you guys in-house.
At my studio, yeah.
Where's your studio at?
It's in New Brunswick.
2207.
That's it. It's really our studio. We built it together.
Wait, so then what's the view? Because you were talking about come to the view.
That's the building.
Bro. That's the building we be
That's the name of the building.
That's the name of the building.
But the studio is 2207.
2207. That's the door. You feel me? So if you get invited to 2207, you in the building.
That shit's lit, man.
Yeah, we're nice clothes,
Yeah. We got a couple
it's really
people
nothing crazy, but it's a nice setup for us, and
we just try to big it up.
Right, and when we finished it too, when the whole thing was, we built a vocal booth, we got monitors, we got instruments. There's plenty of stuff in there. So when we finally got it done, it was room for us to be able to do whatever we want to do at no one's expense. We don't have to ask anyone.
Right.
Then we need to record. There's no one else that needs to mix our shit. We can do it all there, start to finish.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Yes,
we got there.
So you guys released that through Priority, right? No, Priority? Is it Priority?
We released it through United Masters.
Yeah, no, but at the bottom of Spotify, doesn't it say
Privacy Records. Yeah,
Privacy.
Yeah, that's us too.
No, you good.
That's all. I'm telling you, bro. It's all us. It look official. That's all. It look like it's something attached to something.
You put our name on it,
We own
as
it.
a collective.
But wait, are you with Love Resistance? Because in your bio, you got LVRN. For anybody who don't know, Love Resistance.
I know, he knows too much. He's like Nardwuar.
No, but you got it in his bio. I mean, Love Resistance, Summer
Right,
Walker,
the LVRN
Black,
conversation
Justice. I was watching Justice when he was filling in for Wayno on Everyday Struggle.
Oh yeah. There's a couple people down there that I
Dram,
fuck
your
with
cousin.
heavy. I fuck with heavy, but the LVRN thing I actually got just based off the strength that I did go to school for my stuff. You know what I mean? I went to IAR, got my paperwork, got my associate's degree, so I always had that paperwork that could say, yo, if you let him in the building, he know what he doing on that. You know what I mean, on that thing. So the only problem was I had been I'm out of school now for what's this? 2020. I graduated 2014. That's 6 years. I ain't been on Pro Tools since. I've been locked.
We got Gianni right here.
We converted to Logic.
Bro. He was like, nah, and we just been on Logic and Ableton, bro, and it's been working. So I ain't gonna switch now, but I did get the internship down there at LVRN based off the fact that I had that paperwork and the fact that I showed them some mixes that I had previously done, and it was like, all right.
No, yeah, they put him in the group chat and everything. He was like, that's why he said, yo, he texted me when it happened the day of. He was like, LVRN. They reached out to me, like, we got communication, and he went down and visited. You know, he drove down. You drove down or flew down?
No, we flew to North Carolina and then drove.
And then drove to Atlanta.
Crazy,
so
that shit was.
That's when for me, I was like, oh, this is kind of real. Like this is
hectic.
kind of legit.
That label is like coming up a lot.
Yeah,
Depending on who they sign. Like I think their first label will have a mental health department.
First thing I asked him, I was like, yo, who's recorded there? Like, tell me about it. He broke it down.
Their facility is nice too. Like you could tell, like it's new, but it's like small, but it's like it just I don't know, bro. It feel like home. You know what I mean? Like when they welcome you in the door, it's like you instantly feel like, all right, I'm good. Like
they got like a lot of those introverted artists. I feel like
exactly. Like it's a whole bunch of like just thinkers in there. That's
I feel like they'll take risks on anybody. Like it's like in the early 90s, there were, you know, a lot of major labels were looking at these grunge bands, and like Nirvana was the peak at that time, and left and right they were pulling out bands like Fugazi and all these bands that they were signing. I feel like now, like, from 2010 or maybe 2015 to 2020, it's all like up and coming hip hop artists, and labels are kind of throwing themselves saying, "Yo, we'll take you. Like, just let us mold you into a star."
Well, you got that following on either platform or TikTok or anything, they're gonna be like, "All right, yeah."
Exactly, and like with social media, right? You can really go. You can go viral overnight, quite literally, I think.
So they brought you on as an intern. You're not on as an artist, or
I'm not down there as an artist. I pitched it to a couple people down there, but I'm more so concerned with being a writer for them, not an artist. So I went there and went the internship to be a writer with them, but more so to be an audio engineer. But you know, they gave me my lane. They say, yo, you could do this, that, and the third. We just need you in the building doing intern work. You know what I mean? But then, literally,
that's where everyone starts.
I did that interview. Said, all right, I need to go back to Jersey because I was traveling with an expired license, bro. And I don't know how I was doing it, but they was letting me finesse at airports and all that. So I'm like, all right, bet, we out. So
my man was just out here.
Like, I don't know how, but we got there. So I flew back to try to correct my license, make it good, you know, valid and standing, so that when I was out in Atlanta, I wouldn't have no problems with the law and stuff like that. I don't need that. But I came back. Maybe a week later, they was like, nah, quarantine shit shut down. So that was like way back, and that was before quarantine started, and then ever since, bro, it's just been, the studio has opened back up, but they only need like 2 interns a week. Like it's not the same. Like
that's crazy.
So it's like it's gonna be a
dope experience, though.
But yeah, definitely dope though, just to even be in the building. Shout out to Love Renaissance for even let me, get the opportunity in the first place. But yeah, we definitely gonna get back on that when COVID's over.
No, word. And like I said, they manage your cousin. What's your status with that? So your cousin is Dram. The first time I feel like we spoke, you're like, let me hop on the Instagram Live. You know, my cousin's this and that. You're saying you went in, but then you hit me up like a few months later, like, okay, we're good, everything cleared up. So what is the stat? I saw you put a story up the other day that said, your story was like, I only keep you on your page so people don't think I'm capping, but it's fuck you. Something along those lines. Don't hold me word for word. I've been watching your stories, bro.
I feel you. I appreciate you for that. That's real love. That's real love right there. But it was just it's just not what it was, bro. It's just like, at the end of the day, that is family, that's blood, so I can't say, like, I don't know him, I don't claim him, but, like, at the end of the day, that's exactly what that post was meant for, because it's like, bro, at the end of the day, you my cousin, bro. I'm not lying to niggas when I say that. I'm not trying to gain nothing from that, but the way that the whole situation went down, it just, like, kind of rubbed me the wrong way to the point where now, that I'm at where I'm at on my own too, without that LVRN job, I got that on my own. Like, he didn't put no words in.
Was he happy for you, though? Like, did he hit you up?
Not a word, bro.
Oh, because I know they manage him, right?
Yeah, he's still part of that as far as that goes, but not a word, not a call, not a text. So like, I just at that point, that was really when I was just like, washed it off. Like, all right, cuz like you wow.
Did the people there know that you guys were related, or?
I ain't say that. No, because I felt like that was gonna give me a handicap. You know what I mean? Either they was gonna look at me and be like, I don't know, like it would have been good if they looked at me like extra harder because I was gonna go there and be on 10 anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like I didn't want that attached to me. Walking in that building, knowing that he was one of the main people that like him and his right hand manager that came up with him. They started that. Tunde is the co-founder of that. So like them niggas like they heavy in there. So I was like, nah, I'm not even going. I didn't even want to play that lane with it. I was like, I'm gonna just get it on my own, get clear, and then you know what I mean, do it like that. So, but it is what it is, man. The whole that whole little big baby thing, man. It's love if I see him, but you know what I mean. Other than that, like all that. Trying to reach out and say good work or him promoting or him doing anything for me, nah, that's a dub. He not doing none of that.
Especially like, nah, but I could agree. Like if it's family, you know, anyone puts themselves in that position.
Exactly.
You know, someone who's close to you makes it somewhere and then forgets about you. It's like, it hurts. It's
no,
fucking,
yeah, I remember even like when we had the
shitty.
conversation, when you hopped in my live to talk about it. At that time, I'm here at Atlantic Records. And he's with Atlantic Records, and I'm walking down the hallway with they have a picture of every artist on the wall. So every day I'm like walking by this guy's big ass picture, like, damn, I really don't know if I can even post this up right now. Right. Because all I need is someone from here being like, wait, why you got so his family member like dissing our artist right here as I'm walking by his picture every day. So nah, I definitely thought that was interesting, but you definitely come a long way since then, like on your own even.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, man, it's all thanks to this man right here, bro. We literally will sit there all night sometimes, bro, and he'll sit up with me.
Sometimes, man, it's most nights.
It's most
we
nights.
stay up. We're up.
How has the quarantine affected you guys and the movement?
I'll be honest. If anything, it was a good thing.
It helped us.
You guys.
I would say after the
Locked
first
in,
few,
bro.
like let's say March, April, May, we
Right.
were separated. Like we didn't see each other.
Yeah.
And on some health shit, you know, we
Right.
wanted to make sure
Yeah.
everything was good.
Yeah.
By the end of that, like beginning, end of summer, we linked up, and like by the time he came back 2207, and we was like, let's just stay here. Like if
Yeah.
you're here, just stay here.
It was a wrap.
Crash at the place.
Oh,
I mean,
you
we
guys didn't leave.
Nah.
Oh, like okay, that's how you quarantine, right? If
Yeah,
you're
we literally quarantined there. Once he got there, I was like, well, I don't know where you've been, and you don't know where I've been,
Right.
so let's just stay where we
let's
are.
just stay where we
That's
are
my
as a
fear,
group.
honestly. It's like
Yeah.
it's not about me. It's about damn, where have you been?
Exactly.
You've been.
No,
Like,
exactly.
that
Right.
circle of who you've
Exactly.
been around gets bigger.
Right.
And people are like, oh, don't wear masks, don't wear that. I'm like, you can't say that because, you know, you could have gotten off a flight today and you went
Right.
through 2 airports to get here. I'm like, I don't, you know.
Nah, yeah, that's
No,
how I
It's better
feel.
safe than sorry.
Yeah, I'm worried about other people necessarily. Like I wear
Exactly.
my masks.
Because I know where I've been,
Exactly.
but you don't know where they've been.
Gotta watch
I 100%, I'm on your page. That's how I feel too.
But yeah,
People
once
like
that-
get offended about that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, just get over it
Like,
for the
let it
time
be.
being.
But it allowed you guys to lock in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And
It's
we
like
got a lot done.
it just that the whole quarantine was the reason why we got that project done. I'm not gonna cap to you.
Oh, for real?
Because that
Was this
project,
planned?
that Tay Talk was not planned at all. Tay Talk came out of the first song. Once we made the first song and I named it Tay Talk, everyone around him, my manager Tom, my girl, everyone was like, nah, you gotta name the project Tay Talk.
we're gonna make it
Because
EP.
from Rip, I was, you know me, I was on my privacy shit. And I would stay private, boom. Which is gonna be the one that we actually end up dropping now. That's the one we really working on to be our first debut album. You know what I mean? Because that's a whole different beast. It's not a little 7-song EP. Like it's 14 songs. We got him. We got my man, my other boy from the label. You know what I mean? Blaze going off on there.
Yeah, shout out Blaze.
I got
shout
a real
out Blaze.
big surprise on there. I can't let it out right now, but like it's heavy on
Summer
there.
Walker.
yeah,
just name
yeah,
it.
she's on the
First
tape on
person
3
that
songs.
The minute that Summer Walker hits any type of communication with me, it's on and popping because her music is fire.
I was just
Music is
thinking about
fire.
artists off of LVRN.
Yeah, the music is fire, bro. The music is fire. Her and Black. Once I get them, let's run. Let's run it. Like, let's go. Because them two is heavy.
And when do you plan to drop this project?
So this one is going to come out on December 5th.
Oh, okay. So we right around the corner.
Yeah, we right around the corner.
Are you
Yeah,
getting
that's why-
excited?
that's
Like
why
as
I
you get
really
closer to the release
appreciate
date,
you,
you get more. Do you get anxious? Do you get excited? Do you
I
think
think-
about changing stuff, or you locked in?
What you think, Jay? I think it's. Do we get more excited, or is it like? It's an excitement, but it's also like a. It's like a calm excited. I don't know how to explain it.
I
It's
feel
just
the
like
idea of it being
it's like a
released-
finally type of thing. Like
Yeah.
a
Right, right,
relieving,
right.
just finally it's done. It's gonna go out. We don't have to worry about, oh, bro, turn this up, down, turn
Yeah,
that
once
down.
it's
no
finished,
more.
like
It's
there's a sense of relief. Definitely.
yeah, it's like.
But
a
in the
sense of-
process of it, it's straight chaos.
Yeah,
like
it's
we're
madness.
every day we're like, we got to do this. This has to get done. We have to, and we'll set like as creators, as artists.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever your medium is, as artists in music, we set dates for ourselves. We set target dates. So let's say September 15th, we wanted this done. By November 1st, we wanted this done. Like we have dates, and if we don't meet those quotas, we're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
we gotta pick it up right now. You gotta come over
We're
tonight.
hard on ourselves about that shit. Like,
so we try to get it because we, once we come up with the idea, we set a target date like for the final. So when we want to release the project, we'll be like, okay, December 1st. And we know, we'll give ourselves a few months, but be like, in these few months, here are the deadlines that are gonna line up. So that's one thing we try to hold ourselves to, because no one's our boss,
Right.
If you're not signed to someone, you don't have to answer to someone.
Right.
So it's up to us to make it
makes
right.
you relax a little bit.
But it's up to us.
People signing people.
Nah, we ain't gonna worry about that too much just yet. You go a little far away. We gonna worry. Yeah, we definitely gonna worry about us first, cause you know what I mean. Like I said, bro, this man's a genius. I ain't capping to you, bro. He has not put out. He's got stuff on SoundCloud right now, but I know SoundCloud is like bubbling down as far as like the main listening thing.
Or like YouTube.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And now that the DSPs are like pretty easy to get.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And it's sad too because I pay for my United Masters, so I haven't even used it yet.
Right.
It's actually a disgrace.
But don't worry, bro. Once that first one gets uploaded, bro, it's out of here, bro. Trust me.
And you're dropping in it's a weird time to be dropping music. You got this election thing going on. You got the virus going on.
I'll be honest. I thought when you take into consideration all the circumstances, what it boils down to for me, I feel like it's actually a great time because everyone's on their devices, everyone's on their phone. If you're at home, if you're not watching Netflix, you might be listening to music or having dinner, taking a shower. But I feel like now more than ever might be a good chance to get things out there because people aren't out doing things.
No, I agree with you in that sense, but I'm talking about more so like the rollout period, right?
Right.
Now, like you got to come up with a whole new rollout,
right?
Yeah,
a whole new
it's a different. And
you can't touch the people the way you could before,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're 100% right.
It's a whole lot more going on, but the good thing about that is, and it's gonna sound cheesy, but we got this beautiful thing called social media where I could throw up my video and hashtag Joe Biden, Trump.
Nah, they hit on the hashtags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you
In the
ever
Northeast,
noticed lately,
they did it to us.
Yeah, because if you click
Did
the
they have the
hashtag,
likes too?
I'll show you the picture afterwards. It says here I'll show you the picture real quick.
I know that it was an experimental thing they were doing. No, they were hiding the likes. They took away the likes in some states. I think California was one of them.
No, they hit the hashtags.
Like
I don't know how long they're gonna hide it for.
Okay, I didn't know the hashtags was. I knew the likes was a thing.
It's for
That's how not in my phone I am, bro.
That makes sense. It's like, why am I getting no likes?
Yeah, lately I'm trying to find it. I'll have to show you afterwards.
I knew they were doing that with the likes as an experimental thing, but New York,
right
New
here,
Jersey
look.
wasn't part of it.
Recent posts from all hashtags are temporarily hidden to help prevent the spread of possible false misinformation and harmful content related to the election.
Right,
so I'm not sure how long they're hiding it, but right now they're hiding all. So if you've been using hashtags lately and you're wondering,
I'll tell you what, on
Twitter
Twitter
about it, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh shit, the election.
On Twitter, I saw they hide certain tweets for that reason.
Yeah.
I saw that just today. There was tweets that were just blocked, and it said this tweet contains
they'll do that like
misinformation
on Twitter, but like on Instagram, they were just hiding everything.
Right.
Any hashtag wasn't.
I didn't know that.
My plan is now foiled. So
No, it's not though. I'm not sure how long. We're not sure how long that this is like. If it was for the election, but these are the kind of things you got to keep up with, especially like you said, when social media is gonna be such an important factor of these rollouts now.
Exactly. Now this is what we do have like more pieces of the puzzle for. That like we
got virtual performances coming along. Like what do you got?
We got a lot of visuals, I guess you could say, to come. Like we got TikToks out the wazoo, you know what I mean? We got some trailers.
You have on TikTok?
Yeah, we're working with like SPL, like SPL label, like Ron Suno, Sierra De Niro.
SPL, yep.
We're working with them, specifically Sierra De Niro. We're making a lot of music with him.
Yeah,
he be out here in Jersey, right?
Yeah, he be out here a lot. That's
I talked to him a few months ago. Yeah.
If y'all don't know, go tap into Sierra De Niro.
Yeah, that's my boy.
But
he's dope. He gets a lot of flack for sounding like A Boogie, but
but every time I
fuck with his music.
When I first met him, and I brought that up,
if you think about it, he does sound like Siri.
And I brought that up, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not A Boogie, and don't say that."
It was. I think it was that. I think it really was like that cold heart or cold something song.
Cold Outside.
Cold Outside, because remember, like the picture was going around, like this is A Boogie leaked song.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's Sierra De Niro. You watch in a year, not even less than a year from now.
I mean, I personally, I fuck with Sierra. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I acknowledge what the world says.
Yeah, and I know when I first met him too, because I'm one of his many engineers, and I made plenty of beats for him. And when he came through the first time into 2207, I was like, "Yo, you know who you remind me of?" And he was like, "Don't say it." And I was like, "Yo, you sound like A Boogie." He was like, "I'm not A Boogie, bro. I'm not."
Do you feel like that's a benefit or a disadvantage when you're an artist?
I think it works in both ways. I think in terms of your career, it's good.
That's the main reason why. That's the main reason why I'm happy that
You don't sound like nobody?
I got him, bro, because he doesn't allow me
But
to
he doesn't sound like
nobody.
anyone either,
Okay.
though.
He really doesn't allow me to sound like nobody because his production and then the way that he'll
But it's his
say,
vocals. It gives me too
like,
much
you know what I
credit.
mean? Like, oh, I think you should pitch that down. Like, just ease it up a little. I'm like, all right. Like, he really don't allow me to even imitate anyone. Like, not that I think I would do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But, like,
But
he
we all
keep me
we
on
all
P's and
draw
Q's for real.
inspiration from our influences.
Yeah, definitely.
And I
Yeah,
would say
exactly.
when you think about if sounding like a certain artist is a benefit or a drawback, it's like when I look at Siri and I think of someone who definitely sounds like someone I've heard before.
Yeah.
There's a sense of familiarity. So for me, it makes me feel good to know I'm listening to music I think I've heard already.
Right.
But finding out it's a new artist, for the artist himself, he might think, well, that's not what I want. I don't want to be labeled as this or whatever it might be.
100%.
So I think it works both ways. But, you know, I remember the conversation's like, don't call me. I'm not a boogie. And I was like, okay, no, you're right. You're not a boogie.
Yeah. I think that when I interviewed Ron Suno, that's the first time I met Siri because he brought him up there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably.
He's like, this
Ron
is my
Suno
man.
and
He
him
sat
are
him
like
just the way you
this.
sat him, like you sat him right there like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Russ Bugis, Ron Suno, and Siri.
How'd
Like,
you guys end up working with SBL?
honestly, through him, he
yeah, that
fucking
was
reaches
just-
out to everybody and their mother, bro. He
I'm
goes on
just-
Instagram and he's just marketing himself.
Because, bro, you know what I learned is the more tapped in you in, the more. Did I even say that right?
The more tapped in you are.
Yeah, you got it.
On that note, because that's, you know what I mean, that's the damn part right there. But nah, the more tapped in you are, it's a benefit because, especially if, I'm going to say this, if you tapped in with the right people.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say the more tapped in you is like you just reaching out to everybody and their mama.
Yeah, and it's all dead end.
It's who you know, but it's also the character of those people that you know. You know what I mean? So like, if you running around with a bunch of poo-putts and you just spamming into a bunch of poo-putts, or you just reaching out to, you're not getting nowhere. But if you connecting yourself with people that genuinely want this and that genuinely like, you know what I mean, do this and want to do this for a living, or not even want to do this for a living, but actually put the work in to do it for a living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just about it.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get somewhere.
It's those who
'Cause-
take it seriously. Those who
Right.
look at this as a lifestyle.
You guys saw Ron Suno or no?
Not yet.
Nah, that's a little bit higher up.
Not
We went
yet
with Siri.
is the
That's-
answer.
That's
Is
such
not
a higher
yet.
up.
Yeah, right. That's a little
You're
bit
the guy.
higher up. Nah, I mean I know that, but we gotta let people know that.
Nah,
Once you
yeah,
get
yeah.
songs with like Blueface,
Once
and
the
you
people
start
know that,
realizing,
I'll tap into everybody, bro. Cause honestly, I fuck with Ron music.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fuck
shout out
with
Ron, Bogart.
What's the other boy from up north? Flock. I fuck with his shit. I fuck with his shit tough.
Oh,
I used to
Brazy?
fuck with I used to fuck with Flock so Brazy.
Oh, you said
That
up
just
north.
named.
Why you said up north?
Ain't he from
He's from
Paris?
High Town, for Deadwood.
Okay.
We're Central Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Central. It
Oh,
exists.
God.
It exists.
See, but it exists.
Central Jersey exists.
Central
That's why when you
Middlesex
said up
County.
north, Flock, I'm thinking like Newark. I'm thinking like north.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
his
had him
shit
up here,
tough.
shout
Like,
Flock.
it's a couple niggas that I
Central
peep
Jersey
on the low,
exists.
and I know they shit tough, and like I'm gonna get up with them when they notice that, you know what I mean, there's talent here too. So
Do you feel like you have getting more notice since when you first dropped, or even from like last September when I first started?
Most
And the
definitely.
numbers show it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the numbers show. Yeah, it's not
Definitely.
it's not like it's definitely not a hobby no more. You
Yeah.
put it that way. Like before, it was like I want this, but it's just a hobby because at the end of the day, I was at Foot Locker and I was, you know what I mean, doing side jobs and odd jobs. Now, especially with this active money unemployment,
You invested.
man, I'm here with it. I'm
So
doing
this year was your
everything
turning point then?
right. Yeah, bro.
And,
this
and I
year-
think it was in
this
terms
year
of
really was right.
actual of streams. Like,
Right.
you know, you think about Bravado, like the tape you brought up at the beginning, and I'm like thinking about like the way you couldn't remember the name. I swear to God, I can't even remember 4 out of the 6 songs. I can't remember the name. Then I made the beats.
Really?
I'm telling
I
you,
know what I
don't even
remember
what
is
they
Zay
were
and
called.
Charlotte. I remember or Zay, right? Because I remember the
Good
Charlotte
man.
got
I
an
can't
X.
even remember.
Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah,
you.
See,
like,
my memory is weird. Like I remember like
Oh,
this
mine is
little
yeah,
things.
like
Yeah.
So
I
when you
remember
think,
because I had an X in
and
Charlotte.
dropping
Charlotte,
the new
yup.
shit that we have, because everything that was on Bravado, we, you know, when we dropped it 2-3 weeks in, it was like 1,000, 2,000 streams. We were like, yo, this is crazy.
Right.
And then we dropped
Right.
Tay Talk 1, and then one song gets to 15,000 streams, and we're like, okay,
All
now
right.
now people
Now,
are listening.
yeah,
like
now we got some
15,000
eyes.
people have
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
this. I mean, look, it's a drop in the bucket, but for us, it was.
All we
it
gotta
was-
do now is turn them up.
I feel like I don't know. People forget, right? We live in such a weird world. Like 1,000 people listen to music. It's still an amazing feat.
1,000
that's
people,
what I'm
right?
saying,
No,
right?
100%, 100%. I mean, you think about, have I ever been in
Right
a
now,
room-
we're so used to seeing those huge numbers, but like think about, like you said,
bro.
just some kid from Woodbridge,
Yeah.
or
Right.
somebody start music up. You
I
found
think we
1,000
get
people
lost
listen.
in the
Right.
comparison. Like we look at ourselves and then we look at people like Drake or like Kanye. And we
Yeah.
look at and they got billions and Ed Sheeran. You look at all these goats and these people that have done crazy numbers,
Right.
and we try to compare ourselves. So it makes us feel terrible. But at the end of the day,
But
for
it only
people,
makes. I think it only makes us feel terrible because this guy has the same potential as all of them people, bro.
We both do. He keeps gassing me
I'm
up.
just trying to tell you.
That's what you need, is that confidence, because you speak it into the world. Like, you keep saying it, it becomes truth.
Bro, I'm talking guitar,
Speak it
piano,
into existence.
fucking just laying it down, doing it, it's done, and it's premium.
I felt like it's all paid off.
Like, sometimes I don't even know what he's about to do, and then 30 minutes later, it's like, oh, I see where you're going, and then an hour later, it's like, oh, I didn't even know you was going here with it. That's crazy as hell. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
learning instruments.
How did you figure out like what sounds like he likes or he wants?
I'll be honest, I don't try to cater to him.
He's laughing like you do know.
It might seem that way, but really what it comes down to is I make what I like hearing. I make what I think sounds hot. And let's say 8 out of those 10 tracks he likes. So if I want to, put in a live guitar, or if I just have a beat and I got some samples I found from Splice or whatever it might be, I put it together and I'll send him a pack, or he'll be in the room with me and I'll be like, tell me what you think of this beat. Okay, tell me what you think of this beat. Okay, you want to move on to this one? Oh, you want to start something?
And they all be fire, and he's like,
And would you ever go to him and tell him you want a certain sound, or you just let him
No,
be?
I definitely, that's, and this is why he's so vital, because he definitely does not mind hearing what I want.
No, I encourage him. I'm like, yo, tell me what you want right now.
He don't mind that at all. And a lot of
Definitely.
producers, like I've known from experience, they get a little, when you tell them what you want. And it's like, bro, it's not that what your production, it's not your production is bad. It's just that I want a little more this, so I can do a little more this to your beat and give it that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
and I especially like stepping out of the comfort zone. Like when he tells me I want this type of beat, I'm like,
Right.
I never really made something like that. He's like, well, make it. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
Exactly.
And I
it's
need
done,
that kind of
like,
push. That
he
just do it anyway. Just try it. And so
right.
that for
and
me
that's
is
the greatest thing about it. It's like, I swear it was like the stars aligning, because I swear that night
Definitely.
at Firehouse that we met, I always say this.
I was only like
literally
18.
about to take that money that I used for that studio session and go cop a quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't
Straight
sound
like
bad
that.
either.
Nah,
I was
it
gonna
is.
go home, smoke. I was like, it's late, but I was like, fuck it, let me go. Paid to go to the studio, met Gianni. Ever since then, it's been a dub. So.
Yeah, he never paid again.
Yeah,
we built our own studio.
Never paid again.
We built our own studio.
We was out.
We said, why are we paying
Me and
people?
Gianni
Why
looked
are
at
we
each
paying
other
people
like, bro,
to do
did you
shit
pay to
for
get
us?
here? He was like, yeah, I paid. Did you pay? I'm like, yeah. He like, nah.
He's like, this ain't working right now.
And now you got people coming to want to work with you guys now.
Yeah,
24/7.
exactly. Like
that's
Siri.
the lit. Yeah, that's the lit thing about it.
And he hit me up. He was hitting me up all day today about like, can I come? And I'm like, I had an exam. I have this interview, and I can't fuck it up. Like, I want to be here for it. And so that's like people like that have come to fruition, and it's really through him. He puts himself
all
out
just
there.
the energy.
But
Bless
how
the
do you
world
keep
now.
it the priority, right? Or is his album the priority, or you
Of
still
course.
working with people
No,
all the
yeah,
time?
his shit's always priority for me, especially because he spends the most time.
Why
with
you make
me.
that face?
Because, bro,
You don't feel like you're a priority?
I appreciate it deeply and wholeheartedly, because like this is my backbone and he's gonna make me be confident.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I
He
do the
knows
same
I'm
for
also
him,
my
and
own
I know
artist.
what he's sitting on, bro.
Yeah.
Like so,
I have a lot of music.
I'ma just let that be that and
a
say,
shit ton of
y'all
music.
hear this magic that I got, and you hear this album that we put out as a debut for the first time, and he's gonna top that by 10 when he first comes out. I'm gonna let you know that right now. And I don't mind that at all.
How long did it take to put this project together? Because you dropped Tay Talk too. So.
Right.
Tay Talk took us a couple months
Tay Talk took us,
because it was short, and I think
and
one
it
or
was like
two of the
pieces
beats
of
were
other
already
ones.
done. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it
And
took
it
us a
was
couple months.
experimental.
This one, we literally, bro, we've been talking about making this album since we dropped Bravado. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And
Wait, Tay Talk or the album?
the album that's
Okay.
coming out. We've been talking about doing, like we gotta do the album type, but we've always just been like, all right, we'll make songs, we make a bunch of songs, and then we get like 7 that we really like, and we're like, all right, yeah, these are good enough to put out. But this time, it's like, with us being able to lock in and just the time that we've spent together already, like, it's just all building up. We was like, bro, we're sitting on like 10, 12 bangers right now. Like,
Finished
we can't
tracks,
just
we
do a
that's,
little
you know,
7. Like, nah, we gotta do an album, bro. Like, this is gonna be nuts. Like, so we just put it all together at the right time, man.
Definitely.
And visuals? You guys got visuals coming for you said earlier?
Yeah.
Do you have one cameraman too, the way you got one producer? Or do you kind of like diversify
I'll tell you what.
that
So
section?
when I tell you I go to Rutgers, I go to Mason Gross. I go to school for photography and videography. Since I was like 16, 17, I picked up a camera and I was
Oh, you're a videographer too?
Not full time, but for visuals when we take it seriously.
I was gonna say, you
not
gonna
full
hate
time.
me, Rich.
not like that. But there
That's
are
dope.
a couple
yeah,
things
yeah.
I've shot for him, and
This is
like
my brother,
you
bro. I
know,
don't-
because
I
a
don't-
lot of the time, you know, it's like in a pinch, and we're not always chilling. So sometimes
Right.
he's at home and he's got an iPhone, and I'm like,
Right.
you know what, it's a good camera. Do with that what you will. So he'll take a whole thing on an iPhone, and it'll come out good. But
Right.
there's this interlude coming out on the album. and the theme of it is his radio talk show. And I was like, bro, this is so hard, the way he mixed it. And he sent it back to me, and I was in Wildwood at the time. And I said, Tay, you mix this yourself? He's like, yeah. I was like, this is perfect. You mixed it to the T. It literally sounds like I'm listening to a radio interview.
Shout out to IR with that.
Came back a couple months later.
Yeah, you could hit me up. You could use my voice. I
I'll be honest, I didn't even. This was a little while ago, and I wasn't.
about him.
I wasn't even aware.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the chin. I'm gonna take that on the chin. I should again.
But we shot a little visual for it, like a 45-second thing for it, and probably took like 2-3 hours to shoot, but we got it right, and we used like DSLRs, like we used a good camera, a couple lenses, a boom mic, like we had our shotgun mic, and we had all this equipment for it.
No, we do, yeah. We
and
got
then,
it.
we put it into Final Cut, and we chopped up and made it look.
You can't discount the iPhone though. This thing can shoot
bro.
anything.
You can't exactly. People are sleeping
as
on
long as you got the right
what's in their
lighting.
pocket.
Rich, I'm telling you,
people
that
don't
thing
realize
is
what you
magic,
got in your
bro.
pocket.
Especially
can
once
shoot.
you throw a little,
Yeah,
little
it's
gloss
just
on
because
it.
it comes down to
damn
lighting.
right,
They shoot full on. I've watched full on Netflix movies.
Yeah,
that were shot I watched a basketball movie that they said was shot completely on the iPhone. Like it just comes down
It's
to
part of
lighting.
this new market in film. Like people are really taking advantage of
Shit costs
smartphones.
like $1,500 more than I like camera. Like
Exactly,
America was some
bro.
shit. Like
That's rough. That's the, I mean, but
and
yeah.
I got the XR, so I got the
what
one
happens.
camera, but it's flawless. I take
bro.
photos on it; they look so good.
But yeah, we definitely got visuals coming we gonna try to do it like every week after.
as soon as you start rapping, you don't even need him no more.
Nah,
I'm telling you,
I'm gonna need him every step.
I'm trying to
As
tell
much as
y'all.
he tells me, I give him pushback.
You got him on the track? Is he featured?
Come on, Rich.
I've had a couple tracks.
You got bars, or you just like talking, or like playing the instrument?
Bro, he has
Singing.
the angel of a god. You have the angel of a.
Wait, the voice you mean?
Bro, see, y'all got me sipping too much.
Wait, what is
He
you have
said
the angel of God?
Yeah,
How I get the angel of
I
God?
think
Bro,
he
that's
means-
how Liddy is.
You mean the
Nah, he
voice
has the
of an
voice of an
angel?
angel.
I think that's what he meant.
I know. Once he started talking, but I was like an angel of God. Like, show me where to buy that.
Show
Like,
me. I just need to know how to get one.
Yeah, bro, that's it.
Nah, but this man's different,
singing.
bro. He's different. I'm trying
Singing.
to tell you, I'm not joking.
I definitely
I'm not capping,
wrote in a
I'm not
bar or two for him,
exaggerating.
but it's always when I hear him rapping and it comes out and we plug it in, we play it on the monitors. I'm like, I like how this bar flows. I like how you sit. Like the cadence is cool, but try this. It sounds like you have one too many syllables here. Or maybe you need one more syllable.
Right.
So I'm always trying to push him in a direction.
Right.
And make, kind of be on top of him.
It's
Jordan
a
and
push.
Pippen.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, tell me what he says all the time.
What's the last bar? I was like, Gianni, my pip. Like, bro, I've said it's on the tape. I can't even think of it right now, bro. But that is exactly what it is,
Yeah.
bro. This is my pip.
He's literally made that reference.
If you look at the stats, you'll be like, hey, why does everyone think he's the second guy? Because he's kind of nice. Like, yeah,
It's crazy how people
he's
just
a
walk
bear.
into your life that matter, right? Because you're saying just this year.
But I'm telling you, when we met at
They
Firehouse,
could have went from you just getting high
the
to
stars
you
aligned,
not
bro.
doing this as a hobby anymore.
Bro, exactly. It could have just been me bro, honestly, it could have just been me giving up at that point because when that whole Mook thing happened, like, and all that shit, bro, I was like, bro, like, I'm good, bro. If that's how people move and shit, like, and then boom, Gianni walks into my life, white light,
Angel of God.
saves the day. Saves the day.
It was
Now
on,
we
it was
don't
on some
stop.
weird circumstances when I was at that studio too.
Don't stop at all.
It was weird being there because I wasn't, not that I wasn't supposed to be there, but I went with my friend Jared and the Hami and West. Free Hami, he's locked up right now,
Free
but
Hami,
he
bro.
didn't get out.
Take a sip for that.
And Gary, I don't know what he's doing, but we went there and I told my friend Jared who was driving us, and I was like, yo, just let me come and sit. I just want to come see and watch the process.
Oh, so you weren't even there for a purpose. You were just
Not for
going to
recording,
watch.
no. But
Yeah.
Joe, I knew Joe Lavish, who was one of the A&Rs.
2020
pretty
Bonnie
much.
and Clyde, right?
Yeah.
Joey Lavish.
That's Joey Lavish right there, bro. He's
Yo,
a genius.
Joey Lavish. I mean, if y'all know Lil Zell,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's his manager. That's the reason Lil Zell's who Lil Zell is.
You were in
Joe
California,
Lavish.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with him?
I was just
And
out there
Anaheim,
with him.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just went out there with him.
With our
I
manager,
did.
Tommy.
I just went. It was like the end of July, like almost around the time we dropped. It was like a week or two before we dropped the tape. I went out there just to do like a couple promo things. You know what I mean? Did a couple video shoots or whatever the case is, bro. And Rich, it's different out there, bro.
It's warm.
Him out there.
It's way warmer.
Him.
East
But,
Coast is where it's
COVID and
at.
stuff. We were supposed to go out
East
there
Coast
with
where
him,
it's
but
at.
COVID and stuff. He was like,
You gotta go over there. You're gonna get too comfortable. The weather is good,
Bro.
You're gonna be in relaxation
The
mode.
one
I
thing,
feel like
bro.
Jersey, New York, like it keeps you in like just on go, like
Bro,
in that grimy season.
it
like,
does.
It
It's
keeps
like-
you on your toes.
tippy top, like
Over
it
there,
is-
you get the sun. You want to relax.
It's
lay out,
like-
like,
Yes,
But
bro.
even with Joe Lavish, because Joe has a place here in New Jersey in Alpin or Marlboro. somewhere around there, he's got a big house, and he also has another huge house in LA.
Right.
So it's really easy to get comfortable.
Right.
Super easy to just lay
can't
back
have
and be
this
like,
guy
we
get
made
comfortable.
it.
That's why I came back and I was like, you know what? Nah, bro, I need that for myself. So we gonna hit the ground running right now and take over. 'Cause
Yeah.
with what they got, what they sitting on out there, I need that. You know what I mean? Like I done seen it
So
firsthand.
that's what this
now.
album's supposed to do for you.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's gonna do. 100%. You know what I mean? Cause like, ain't no way in the world we're gonna
Fingers
let
crossed.
this thing go down. You know what I mean? This thing is not what we was doing before. It's a whole different ball game. You know
And
what
I feel like being here, talking to you in front of all these cameras and lights and mics, like seriously, no bullshit. Really, it's like an honor. It's like it felt like to us. I remember when we walked down, you were like, "No, don't bring them in. It's COVID," and I was like, that's true. And I don't hold nothing against you for that.
See, we're safe here.
If it was my radio
Facts.
show, I would have done the same thing. I would have said, "Look, I don't know who these 4 or 6 people are.
Right.
Can we just leave them
Can we
outside?" And I would be like, "Yeah, that's fine." To be here for us to be talking to you on the show, it's like it feels like it's an honor. Like
I
seriously.
appreciate you guys.
I
And
just
then when
thank you for
I
your time.
left
No,
everyone
same.
out there, I was like, "Yo, this is the first step." This feels like someone wants to talk to us for once.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I appreciate you guys like coming up and
We
that's just
appreciate
like
you, man.
Nah, definitely. Like that's just a situation that like damn, because if any of us get sick, like my grind stops, your
Everyone
grind stops.
Everyone,
stops,
yeah.
bro.
So
Yeah,
it's
so
just
like we all have
better safe than
sacrifices.
sorry.
You see, I have one cameraman, the
Yeah.
person who runs the place, and my writer probably, but it's it. Like, and
Better
we're
safe
in a
than
big
sorry.
space here. We could
Right,
really
yeah,
have
we
everybody
could,
here.
feel it, but no.
Right.
We don't need
But like
no
you guys about to drop a
extras.
project, like
Right,
she's not,
imagine-
like shit's going up. That's like I think that's been my biggest fear of this too. Is like if you get sick, like your progress has to stop.
Yeah,
for at
you
least a
can't
month.
Move. You can't move. You gotta sit in a room or something or whatever. You could TikTok it up in there, I guess, and hope them
TikTok
pop.
it up.
You know what I mean? Other than that, you stuck, bro. You can't make it
So-
move and go see blah blah blah. You can't do it because.
100%. What's gonna be the first single of this new project?
Well, the way that we planning it right now, G, what we looking like? I think it's it, right? That's what we want it to be.
Yeah, it's
we
a
want
fire.
it to be
It is
Now,
a fire track.
It has the track alone is dumb. You feel me?
It sounds like this one syllable name, and it sounds like we're not talking about the name. No,
Right.
the name of
No,
the
the
track
name of
is
the
You're
song
called
is
It, right?
It.
IT, right?
Yeah,
It, okay.
exactly.
IT, yes.
But
Exactly.
we did a little shoot while we was out in Anaheim with Lavish and them, and still ain't got the video back.
Yeah, we're waiting on them.
So you know
They
how
got my
that goes.
flash
You gotta
drive
wait,
too.
You know what I mean?
Joe, I know you're
This,
watching
that, and
this.
the
Give me
third.
my flash drive.
There's a whole lot of different stuff going on,
It's
but
going up for you.
that's the one we waiting for. Now, if it get to be like the 22nd, 23rd, and I don't got that video, we gonna run with something else, and we gonna give y'all a visual for the single off of there. But
Oh, so you dropping around December 22nd?
no,
23rd?
no, November 22nd.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah,
I know the tape you said drops December 5th.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because I was gonna release the tape, and then you know what I mean.
Not even. Let's stop calling it a tape. Album. It's your first album. We haven't had a tape, right?
And it really is.
I do it
how
too,
new
but
it
this is
is.
your
That-
debut album.
That's
I
how
like that.
new
I
it is
appreciate
for me,
that,
bro.
yeah.
That's how new
Let's
it is
get
for
in
me.
the let's
that
get in the knack of
it's
saying
so
that.
I'm so used to it that yo, we
Not
got
all
another
of
tape,
us
we got
are.
another tape. You know what I mean? But
Because we
nah,
never
it
released
really is
anything
low-
this
low-key
big.
album.
I say we, like I've been with him his whole career. I've only been with
I
him for the
mean,
past
like,
few years.
That's how it
but
feels.
But that is
That's
like
how it
last few years
feels.
is your career, right?
Yeah, basically,
So-
bro. Before the last few years, I was rapping in my closet and just
On
that's
YouTube
hard.
beats.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Like
Now
I
you got
wasn't
someone in
taking this
hand
shit.
making you your beats.
Yeah.
producing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mixing
The
his
only
vocals.
person that knew I wanted to take this serious, go behold, is Cuz. And the only one that, you know what I mean? So it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's
it
never
was-
who you expected to be.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's weird. But yeah, definitely without Gianni, the career that is now Tay in the ball in the snow that's going downhill, it would not be at all. It would have been
We got
half
some
of
good
it,
streams.
if that. We
got some
did
good
we did
streams.
some good work, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, like as artists, like you said, you gotta step back and appreciate the streams you do have, like
Right.
1,000, 2,000, 10,000 streams.
Right.
A lot.
17.
Right. Bro, I appreciate
No, but I
every
was just talking about like
single
10,000
one.
as a number.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, 17,000 streams definitely, but you know, like people, like
Not
you said,
that that's
the
even a big
comparison
number. Like,
Exactly.
it's really not.
But can you imagine being in a room full of 17,000 people?
That's what I
Like,
think
you know?
about. When I think about 1,000, when you say 1,000 is even
When
a
you
lot.
walk, can you imagine walking by 17,000 people and they all have your song on? That's what it is.
That's
Damn,
the
right?
shock factor.
Seriously,
of it. Like when you think about
that's
it
not
like a way
just,
like
but
that,
that's
it's
the
like,
reality.
damn.
That's
And
exactly.
it's not like you have like, you know, industry money behind you. So
Right.
No,
like,
it's
it's
all
not-
done here.
Right. All I
And
got
shout
is the
out-
state of New Jersey.
Spacebar recording,
We all
Spacebar
do our part.
Studios,
Yeah,
but
bro,
Spacebar, we recorded Bravado at Spacebar
Right.
Where's that?
in Freehold.
And Freehold,
In New
shout out to
Jersey.
P-Life down there. You know
Yeah,
what I
shout out Malachi, but honestly, he owes me one song. he did the whole album.
He's He's like, I'm gonna get one chance to say this on camera. Bring me my song.
He recorded the whole album, charges for the whole album, and left the last song, and he left my mix. And that was at the time where I wasn't great at mixing. It was decent. It was a rough mix.
Definitely decent.
And I gave him, I played it for him. I was like, here's an idea of what we want. He was like, no, I got you. Did the whole thing. Never mixed it. Released it and charged me for that song. He said, 7 songs.
You got your money though?
Oh yeah, he got my money. Oh, he's got it right now. He's got it right now. He's got my money.
Smoking it.
Love him though. I mean, great guy.
Someone else's song right now with it.
Great guy, super nice, and I was able to. We were all there when we recorded Bravado at that studio, and when I was sitting there giving him input because I had all the stems on my laptop. So every time he needed something, he's like, "Yo, open up your laptop and send me this."
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. We always been.
But the last track he didn't do, and I was so like taken aback. I was like, bro,
we always been hands on with it though. Like we always have done everything. It's just that when we did Bravado, we went to outsource it because we knew it was going to be our first project together out of music. So we was like, all right, we not the best at this whole thing right now, so let's go out and do the, you know what I mean? Yeah. Go ahead and pay.
And we definitely dipped into our pockets.
And that's why Take Talk came out, and it was just us because we had enough. We was like, nah, it didn't work out the way we exactly planned, how we exactly thought it was going to go. So next time we going to make sure it goes exactly how we want it to go. Yeah. You know what I mean? No ifs, ands, or buts, no questions.
Right. You guys been lining up for this moment.
Bro, it's been
lining up for many moments. Let's see what happens in the future.
Bro. Yeah, you were naming a bunch of people on the album. Was anyone from Jersey on the album or no?
Anyone from Jersey as far as nah, bro. It's stay private. It's a private thing. It's us presenting it as if like, bro, here you go. Here's an album from some of the most unknown people from New Jersey at this point in time, but in the next year or two, I'm gonna say 6 months right now, you feel what I'm saying, the way that I'm moving, it's gonna be a name. Like, nigga, stay private. Like, it's gonna be using that on a daily, on hashtags on Twitter and stuff. Like, it's gonna be that. That's how much we put behind this. We done put, like I said, we done woke up at 6 p.m. maybe in a day after staying up all night. You know what I mean? Go back and stay up like all night again.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun comes up and we're like, yo, it's already 2 p.m. Yeah, we gotta get some sleep.
It's not a joke no more. We really coming for next. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people. You just gotta read the room sometimes, bro. It's like, if you can look at the next man and your stuff don't necessarily line up and it don't match up, and it's like, you gotta kind of be honest and humble with yourself and be like, all right, he got me in the bag. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who do you be comparing yourself to?
I be comparing myself to, like, honestly, bro, I compare myself to people that's, I don't want to say nobody's in the game because they definitely not nobody's in the game to me, but like, I compare myself to like the Maxo Creams and like the Benny the Butchers and like the more
Benny
like
the Butcher's
low,
fire.
You know
Shout out
the
Benny the Butcher.
Under the top dogs, because I feel like the top dogs, I could be there with them, you feel what I'm saying? But I just need more time. You know what I mean? I just need that time. For right now, you know what I mean? In this moment here in time, I'm with them Maxo Creams and all them little, like, under the J.I., the Prince, and like, I'm with them. That's where I'm at.
You know,
they don't know it.
And no one in our collective ever agrees with me. So, I think,
but if you're comparing yourself to J.I.,
he sounds, to me, he raps and sounds a lot like Amine. I think he sounds and raps a lot like Amine, and I love that.
I don't listen to enough of his stuff to know.
And I love his stuff, and I'm always like, yo, tell you, this sounds like an Amine song. He's like, nah, don't be saying that. Yeah, he's like, that's not me. It doesn't sound like me.
I just feel like I'm tough, you know what I mean?
And I love it.
You said you're tough?
I'm tough. You know what I mean? Like, Amine is just sweet. So, that's the difference.
That's how I always hear him, bro. You got this flow that he's got.
But other than that, I don't really do too much comparisons. I think to myself and be like, you know what I mean? But as far as voicing it and all that, you know what I mean? I just stick to me and my bubble, and we just push it down and go. And then, you know what I mean? Let that be in the world and let the world give us the feedback and tell us what they want. You know what I mean?
Best on earth.
Best on earth.
Oh, yeah.
The whole earth. I ain't joking to you.
Oh,
man, but that's Devanté Gianni. Yes, did I miss anything? Anything else you want to bring up before we...
Man, look, Stay Private is out on 12/5. That's all y'all need to know for right now. We're going to keep y'all in tune. You just follow @FeetDevanté on Instagram. FEAT.Devanté, like swing, if you tapped in and if you know your knowledge. Prod Gianni, my boy right here.
One word.
One word. It's very simple. PRODGIANNI. Feel what I'm saying? It's simple. Just tap in. I promise. You're not
if you want to listen to some real music.
Yeah, you're not going to be let down. I'm not capping up here. Like, this is no joke.
2207.
2207, that's real privacy. Exactly.
Get familiar, because we coming. It's no joke.
I just want to thank you guys again for coming up here and being a
Thank
part of
you.
this. I'm definitely
Thank you
looking
for
forward to
having
the
us.
album on the 5th, December 5th.
Yes, sir, bro.
Stay private.
Yeah, we'll keep you tapped in. We'll send you a couple, sneak peeks and leaks and all that good stuff. We're gonna keep you tapped in, bro.
We're gonna send you plenty of shit.
Nah, I appreciate you guys. This was the Garden State Hip Hop Hour. I appreciate everybody that's watching right now. If you fuck with it, like, subscribe, comment down below on the YouTube channel. Catch you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, my boy.